It is my belief that we all have an innate ability of sixth sense. Does anybody know what that is, sixth sense? It could be deja vu. Has anybody experienced deja vu? The feeling that you've been somewhere before. Foreboding is another one. There's the concept that, let's say you happen to be at a restaurant or something, and you urgently have to give your mother a call because you feel that something terrible might happen. That's another one. And the actual, just the sixth sense itself, it's just a sense of feeling something outside the five senses. I have personally experienced all three. I would like to believe that all three concepts are interconnected. I believe that if human beings are interconnected, if we are spiritual beings, then our perception of all things should be limitless. Technical remote viewing, commonly known as TRV, is a process involved in harnessing that innate ability. I want to give you 3 points of reference. One, the United States, back in the 1950s, early 1950s, during the Cold War, against the Soviet Union, developed this program called technical remote viewing. Basically what that is they took clairvoyants, that were known clairvoyants, and they hired them to actually do what they call psychic spying. The concept behind that was that the Soviet Union had already, during the Cold War, the Soviet Union had already hired groups of people to do espionage or spying against the United States. So the United States decided to counter that by incorporating a group of clairvoyants. This team was funded by the CIA. It actually had a name, and the name of this program for the United States was called Stargate. And to explain what TRV is, technical remote viewing, it is a concentrated technique that involves clearing of the mind, one's physical location, and visualizing specific targets. And what these people do, these people that were hired by the United States, what they did was they got together and they would basically sketch. They would try to find target points, again, for counter-espionage. And I would like to show, it is believed that quantum physics plays an important part in TRV. It has been scientifically argued that all matter contains subatomic particles, and these particles are connected to one another through one form or another.
Called electrons, protons, and neutrons. Today we now know that even deeper levels of subatomic particles exist in the composition of all matter, including biological life, forms of energy and neurons, a component for human thought. As the name implies, entanglement occurs when two or more of these subatomic particles form an association at what is now believed to be the lowest level of subatomic existence. The association between these particles allows influence that affects one particle to occur to the other instantly and regardless of distance. As a result, some researchers refer to this as non-locality, nullifying the idea that information travels between the particles, and instead that it is somehow already and instantaneously connected at another level of existence. The advancements made within quantum mechanics, including the theory of quantum entanglement, may begin to provide the answers to how the unconscious mind is able to obtain information about an unknown or remote target in the past, present, or future, providing insight into the mechanics behind remote viewing and all related ESP skill.
Now, the concept behind this technical remote viewing is, again, that we are all interconnected. I would like to mention that it is important that we have an understanding that we should not be afraid of the unknown. The techniques were perfected in the 1950s. They were disbanded. The military unit was disbanded about 10 years ago. There is a book written by Russell Targ that's called Limitless Mind. It talks about the studies and case studies involving this military project. I think that we've all felt a sense of sixth sense in our lives. I think that it's important that we understand that it's not pseudoscience. We all have different names for it. We call it sixth sense, we call it deja vu, what have you. In conclusion, I'd like to say that we've all felt something within our heart that tells us that, yes, there's something else. We are more than flesh and blood. We are human beings that are interconnected. And if we treat each other with dignity and respect, then I think we'll be all right. Thank you.